How can you be more disciplined? This month at the Soft Skills Academy, the theme was discipline. Everyone wants to improve the way they do things and stick to their plan and achieve more goals and be more successful. But I noticed something, that even the most disciplined people at times are undisciplined, and even the most undisciplined people at times are very, very disciplined. And this got me thinking, it may be something that has happened to you too. What happens? That usually you are super diligent, you do everything that you should do, but then there's that one time in which you decide to postpone, procrastinate, and just say, yeah, I'll do it later. Or on the other side, you're one of those people that never stick to a plan and you just think of yourself as lazy and undisciplined and so on. But then there was that one time in which you were really motivated and you did everything you could and you stuck to your plan. Why does that happen? Today I have a quick exercise for you that is going to be very helpful in understanding how to turn that around and use it at your advantage. Think about the time in which you were not disciplined at all. Okay, picture it. Maybe you have a specific example in which you knew you were supposed to do something, but you didn't. Maybe you were supposed to write something, reply to an email, study something, and you just said, you know what? Fill in the blank. So think about it. Before not doing that thing, what did you tell yourself? Our mind always needs a way out. Your mind will never say, I'll just not do it, I'm fine with my conscience, that's it, bye. No, your mind will say, there's something else that's more urgent now. Or, actually, I can also do it later, I still have enough time. Or, you know what? Right now I'm not in the best mood, I will be more productive later. Or something like that. Identifying what your mind says in that moment is very helpful. Why? Because once you understand what your way out is, then what happens? That you can actually tell yourself, is it real that I have more time later? Is it real that I will be doing it better? If I did it now, wouldn't it just be better for my results? This is the first part of the exercise. Amazing. Identify it so that you start understanding yourself a bit more and recognizing the excuses that you give yourself. The second part of the exercise for me is even more important. Why? Because think about once in which you didn't want to do anything, but somehow you found the strong will to do it. And I hope you have at least one example in mind out of your whole life, okay? Think about that one time and then go back to your mind to the moment in which you're about not to do it. And then you told yourself, listen, let me do it. Why? What did you tell yourself? If you manage to identify that thought, wow, you're halfway through the job. Why? Because in the moment in which you decided to do it, you told yourself something. Our mind speaks with itself constantly, right? So your internal dialogue took a certain direction. And that is what I call a pillar thought. What are pillar thoughts? They are thoughts that apply. They are universal. You can apply them to anything that you need to do. And they give you the strength to do something. They may be positive, they may be negative, they may be related to you, related to others. It doesn't matter. The more you have, the more disciplined you will become. For example, one of my pillar thoughts is, if everyone in the world was behaving like me right now, what would be happening? And that gives me the strength to do this. Or, if someone that I consider myself an example for would be seeing me right now, would I be happy? Would I be proud of myself? Would I be the example that I want to set for the world? And thoughts like these help you because they put you back on track. Or, if every day of my life I was behaving like this, would I be accomplishing what I want? And all of us have a series of these thoughts, but we're not really used to looking at them. In the moment in which we identify them by thinking, okay, what did I tell myself when I didn't want to do something, but I actually ended up doing it? Then we start listing all these thoughts. The more you have of them, the easier it will be for you because there will be at least one that triggers something, that triggers that will for you to do it. After all, if you have decided to do that thing, there's a reason. And if you manage to identify your pillar thoughts, then you've already won. So, what to do with it now? Go back to the moment in which you were really unmotivated, but you actually did something, and ask yourself, what did I tell myself? Try to come up with as many examples and sentences as possible so that your pillar thoughts are really many. And then remember that every time you're about to postpone something, just ask yourself, given that I like postponing things, can I not just postpone the act of postponing? It sounds tricky, but it will really help you. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and to ring the bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Leave a comment below if you have a question. I know that this is a very hot topic for many people, so I will do other videos on discipline and procrastination. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.